telling my trade secrets to Becky here. But I'll try to get her a job, actually. Good evening and welcome to the Green Room. And first of all, before we go any further, I'd like to remind you that next week's Green Room is a festival special. Next week we'll be focusing on the Westport Festival, Westport House, and it's on the 29th and 30th of June. That's coming up next week. So that's Westport Festival special on the Green Room next week. Now, my guest, for the first half of the show actually, is going to be somebody we've had on before, and it's always a pleasure to have her on, and that's Becky O'Connor.
Hi.
Hi, Becky. Are we Becky or Rebecca? I asked you this before.
Yeah, I don't know. It changes.
We have a Becky.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm Rebecca when I introduce myself to people first, and then it changes to Becky.
And then it's our Becky.
I'm Becky.
It's our Becky. When we're talking about Anne's story, it's our Becky. You know?
Yeah.
It's a Becky Duntown, no, it's our Becky. And that's the best way to do it. And Becky's here tonight to launch, isn't it?
Yeah, we're launching the Caterpillar, our new children's arts and literature magazine.
Brilliant.
And we're launching it on Sunday.
And we have copies of it here, and we might persuade Becky to give us one to give away as well. And as you can see, can we see a shot of Becky there? We can see that that's the cover of the book behind Becky there, and the illustration. It just gives it such a lovely feel.
Yeah,
and it's not old fashioned, but its warmth comes from it.
It actually is an old image. I didn't purposely go for a vintage cover, but I found this. It's from an old American school book from the 1950s, I guess, 40s, 50s.
It looks like a comic. That's what it looks like. You know, the old comics. Kids nowadays don't know what comics are.
I know, they've completely vanished.
You know,
it's adults have comics now with the graphic novels.
Nobody knows what the Beano is. Or the Dandy or anything like that. And that's what I grew up on. I'm sure Becky was more literate than me. She was probably reading Jane Eyre or something.
Of course, yeah.
Something more.
I wasn't really into comics, but I suppose it was more of a boy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't read the boy comics. I didn't read the Victor and the Hotspur and that. That was Dave. Dave read all that. 2000 AD. You're not that young. 2000 AD. You're a Beano man, Dave, and that's it. And the Dandy, Corky the cat. But tell us about the Caterpillar. This now, of course, let's familiarise ourselves with Becky. Of course, is associated with the Moth Productions and Will and all that goes on down there as well. This is a real success story.
Well, so far so good. We actually started. We launched the Moth magazine 3 years ago this weekend.
3 years.
I was thinking about this yesterday. And yeah, so we had a launch in Calvintown, and then we launched it at the Flat Lake Festival as well. And the Moth is an arts and literature magazine for grown-ups.
Yes.
The Caterpillar is the same thing but for children, and we've been thinking about doing it for ages. It just wasn't feasible. Didn't have the time, so we decided to go for it this year. So it's poems, stories.
How did you get the material? Because I was looking through it, and there's some great stuff in there.
The same way as I do with the Moth, really. I have a kind of a wish list I had for this anyway. So I started sending the Moth magazine along with a letter out to lots of writers who I admire, children's writers. It's aimed at sort of 7 to 11-year-olds, and so I sent it to various people. I got a nice card back from Philip Pullman saying, "Sorry, I can't write short stories." And then I got a phone call one day from Michael Morpurgo, who wrote Warhorse.
Yeah, brilliant.
And he said, "Yeah, it's a great idea. I'd love to give you a story." So when that happened, I thought, "Oh God, this is we're onto something."
Yeah.
Because he was saying, and other people were saying, there's nothing like this.
Yeah.
People were calling up from bookshops and like Foyles in London. I reckon there's nothing like this, and they're excited about it. And so.
But Becky, there isn't anything like this. Everything's too fast.
Yeah.
Everything flies by kids now.
Or it's just very, very commercial.
Yeah.
It's very, they're all CBeebies magazines.
Yes,
and Peppa Pig and all this kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's all image.
Yeah. So this is the sort of thing that, like with the Moth, you could keep it, collect it, and there's lots of material in there for bedtime stories.
Yeah.
There's even a section.
Give us an example. Give us an example. Come on, listen. I'll read one and you read one, but I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick a short one because
I'll try and read my favourite poem. It's quite. I think it's kind
I think you picked the same one as me. What did you pick?
A poem which aims to dissuade you from bringing your horse to Tesco.
Yeah, about the horse that shites in Tesco's.
Yeah, is that your favourite?
That's the one I was reading it to the bit there.
You can read that one if you want. And I'll read a different
Hold on
one.
now, I might just not get it right. Hold on, let me find. I was going to do the Man Made of Treacle.
That was the very first poem that I found for the magazine. So that has a special place in my heart.
Right, a poem which aims to dissuade you from bringing your horse to Tesco. Don't bring your horse to Tesco. He'll only let his mess go. The girls will say you'd best go when he scutters in the aisles. Horses don't belong in big shops. They're better off among the hops. So tell 'em wait and tell 'em stop. There's no time to beguile. You can't break it gentle to a horse that is mental. They just can't buy dental floss like you or I. So put the nag straight, hey. Really it's the kindest way. They need to know the answer's nay. No Tesco for your horse today. And that's by Niamh Bagnall. Niamh, I hope you watch it. Yeah, of the horse. Had a shite in Tesco, there he is. that is. It's so. Again, I have to say, back to basics is the wrong term. It's going back to something that I remember. You know, I remember stuff like this, and seeing stuff in books like that, and reading books like this.
It's funny. It's such a simple idea. Yeah. Oh, let's just put a few pictures and poems and stories together. But as I say, the reaction is so strong to it. It's amazing.
Are these people in Ireland or all over the world? Or?
All over the world.
All over.
There's one Cavan man who you probably know, Mark Lawler.
Yes, Mark. I've seen his name in here.
Yeah. He's got a poem in there called Octopus. There's a woman called Janet Wong from the States who's read on the Oprah Winfrey Show and at the White House, again, I just contacted her out of the blue and she was like, yes, this is a brilliant idea, yes, I'll definitely
Well, we'll have to contact them through the internet and let them see this, that we're publicising it. The work isn't, it's not, there's just been something that's been set off and it's just, it's taken off. Because they would like to see it, I'm sure they would like to see it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Panther, that's another good one. Come on, you read one out for us now.
Well, I'll read this one because it mentions Cavan. So it's called Homework is Banned and it's by Alan McMonigal. 3 cheers for the new mayor. He's banned homework for a year. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. And now we have some breaking news. In a school in County Cavan, a teacher has been discovered giving homework. At once he was removed by crane and swiftly flown to the land of unnecessary people, where he was gently lowered head first into a bubbling pot of car clampers and dentists, all blubbering together while the cranes tried to figure out what to do for dessert. 3 cheers for the new mayor. He has banned homework for a year. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray.
Is that based in Cavan? If it is, Des Cullen has a lot of answering to do because he's the mayor, and if he bans homework, he'll be elected every year without a doubt. So that's fantastic. Your launch is this week.
It's this Sunday in the Moth.
Yeah.
Which is 81 Church Street, opposite the cathedral. Yeah.
Cavan Town, if you're watching from outside, this is in Cavan Town, Church Street in Cavan Town. It's up beside the cathedral if you're coming into town. And tell us all about it, Becky. You have a great day planned.
It's Sunday at 3 o'clock until about 5. We have music. I think Shane Carroll is coming along with his ukulele.
Who is?
Shane Carroll.
Oh.
We have a clown, Kim Cafferty.
Oh yeah, Kim.
Clown. We have the most amazing exhibition of work by Kasia Zimnock of sea life and pirates, and there's the animation that Kasia and Pavel made, and all of the pictures are made from recycled bits of cardboard, and they're incredibly beautiful. And they've also made games, and like there's a fishing game, and there's Skittles, and there'll be readings, of course, from
Brilliant.
The magazine. Will's going to read and recite poems, and
will it be great?
Tommy Sharkey.
Will it be great? Tommy Sharkey, is his finger better?
I don't know. I haven't seen him around. But
I was talking to him. Yeah,
he said it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Get well soon, Tommy. Well, he was due to come on soon. He was supposed to come on here and talk about the new play he was in, and then he just got himself injured. But he's doing the reading for you at the.
He went on stage a day after he got out of hospital, so hopefully he's okay there.
And they're doing the thing. I seen that on here on Harry Bird and the Rubber Wellies. That's him and Charlie, isn't it?
No, they're
that's a band.
One. Yeah,
that's a band. That's brilliant. Yeah. Oh, I know they are.
Oh, he's doing. Tommy's in Stalemate. Seamus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The boys did the Twits. That's what they did.
Yes,
that's what they did.
Right,
yeah. Perfect name for the two of them. It's right. But the June the 2nd is the Caterpillar launch.
Yeah,
and it's fun and frolics in the Mott Studios in Cavan Town. Readings, music, art, games, Sweets and treats for kids of all ages from 3 to 5. And you've a web page and all.
Oh yeah.
CaterpillarMagazine.com.
Yeah.
You really are getting into this one. You really are. This is your baby, not your baby, but this is your baby. This is the one you're really taking up. Now, I think this is going to be huge.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
And for people who are watching who can't make it, right? Now, as you know, we have people all over the world watching, 223 countries or something like that. And people will be interested in getting this book. How can they get it via the internet?
Very easy.
Look into the camera there and tell them.
You can go to thecaterpillarmagazine.com and you can purchase an annual subscription for €20, which includes. Sorry, I'm looking.
Oh yeah, you're over here at the circle there.
Which includes postage. You can buy a single issue if you prefer, and then if you're more local, you can buy it in Eason's around Ireland. It's in Shakespeare and Co in Paris. It's in Foyles in London. But online.
How do you get distribution like that, Becky?
Well, we got distribution for The Moth with EM News. They distribute to Eason's from the first issue. They just, they send it everywhere. They were happy to take it on, and they send it everywhere. Yeah.
God, so it's worldwide.
Well, no, they send it everywhere around Ireland. Yeah. Worldwide, no, we just sell it online worldwide. Yeah. We have a lot of subscribers to The Moth from all over the world. But we have a lot of contributors from all over the world as well. So,
and The Moth is going good too.
The Moth's going great, yeah. And we're also we also promote the Ballymaloe Poetry Prize. We set that up with Ballymaloe a few years ago, and we're launching that in New York next week. And the first prize is €10,000. So
€10,000.
Yeah. So we're quite excited about that.
But we're more excited about the Caterpillar.
Yes.
This time it's the Caterpillar. Yeah. And just again, 2nd of June, the Caterpillar launch. A fantastic read. It really is great because we were reading it inside there. This is mine. Can I keep this?
That's yours. Yeah, absolutely.
It's mine, right. What about
your bedtime reading?
Yeah, I will. Well, I read Q magazine in bed, but this was or Uncut or Mojo, and they're not lad mags. they're not lad mags. So Dave and them read FHM. I thought that was a radio station, so I see David one in there. Right. Well, we better say hello to Will.
Yeah. Hi, Will.
Hi, Will.
And Bruce and Ralph.
Yes. Right.
Because this is it's Bruce's birthday on the 4th of June, which is why I launched it on the 4th of June in honour of him. So
fantastic. Becky O'Connor, ladies and gentlemen, get to. I'll let you give the details there in the circle there. Go look at that.
It's thecaterpillarmagazine.com. It's €4 to buy in the shop. It's €5 to buy online, which includes postage, or €20 for an annual subscription, which is 4 issues a year.
I just watched you doing that, and I meant that was brilliant. You're hired. We want this woman. We want her full time. But we want her book, and we want you to go out and get the book as well. As Becky has told you there, it's now available on the internet. Get on Facebook.
Yeah, we're on Facebook. We have a Caterpillar page on Facebook. Yeah.
Becky O'Connor, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a short break, and we're back with some music right after this. Thanks you very much, Becky.
Thank you.